Morning Habibis. We are in Vientiane, the capital city of Laos. Look at where we are right now, near the near the Victory Monument. We have a very nice government official kind of building over here. There's a fountain over here, and a lot of tourists, and a park over there, Patusai Park. So without further ado, let's go up before the tourists do. Que estructura. Look at that. One please. No vandalismo. 30,000 keep per entry for foreigners. Locals pay only 5. Deservingly so. It's not bad. 30 is just like what, around $1. Yeah, interesting fact is they have built in like basic museums or like a small exhibition, and it's beautiful. Look at that. Yeah. They're speaking about the UNESCO heritage site in Laos. We've got tourist attraction of Laos, important places in Vientiane, and the gastronomy and diversity. Pretty cool, isn't it? Pretty cool. This is the highest point we can go. Stairs over here is faulty, it's under repair. There are not really many tall buildings, so you can practically see most of the city from here. Look at that, they've turned it on. The fountain. Listo. Okay, we have left the building, having a party near the fountain. There's a little bit more music, which is rare in Laos, but it's like a traditional music. Hey, but anyways, let's talk about this Patusai building. So Patusai means victory gate, and this is a memorial to commemorate the independence from the French rule. Yes, from the French rule. Merde. Bonjour, s'il vous plaît. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? No more. They are independent, and now such a great country to be in, to be honest. Such a memorable and important monument in this country itself. Beautiful, gives good memories, the memories of independence. You're freed by your colonial masters. But now we're going to make our way to a place where we can learn about the other side, the dark and sad past of this beautiful country. So let's make our way to the Cope Center. Okay, we have arrived at the Cope Visitor Center exhibition about the history of all the bombardments that they have received, and it is actually located near the Ministry of Health. Here we are. Hello. Ooh. How much?
It's free exhibition.
Oh, it's a free exhibition.
Between 1964 and 1973, the USA conducted a massive bombing campaign in Laos as part of the broader strategy during the Vietnam War. The goal was to disrupt the Ho Chi Minh Trail, a critical supply route used by the North Vietnamese forces that passed through Laos. Despite Laos being officially neutral, the US carried out bombings in secret, making it one of the most covert operations of the Cold War. Over 9 years, the USA dropped more than 2 million tons of bombs on Laos, making it the most heavily bombed country per capita in history. Cluster bombs were heavily used, and about a third of them failed to explode on impact. The consequences of bombing are still felt today. There are massive civilian casualties and displacement. Unexploded ordnance, or UXOs, continues to kill and injure people in Laos to this day. The war also deeply destabilized Laos and left long-term social environment and economic scars. The Cooperative Orthotic and Prosthetic Enterprise, also known as COOP, is a Lao non-profit organization established in 1997 to provide rehabilitation services to individuals with mobility-related disabilities, particularly survivors of unexploded ordnance from the Vietnam War era. Operating in partnership with the Center for Medical Rehabilitation under the Lao Ministry of Health, COOP offers free access to prosthetic and orthotic devices, physiotherapy, and related services across Laos. In 2008, COOP extended its work with the opening of the COOP Visitor Center in Vietnam, and the center became a key tool for public education, raising awareness of the legacy of war in Laos and the ongoing danger of UXOs. It also became an important source of fundraising, with donations and sales from the center helping sustain COOP's free services. Today, COOP is a vital part of Laos healthcare infrastructure, supporting thousands of patients each year and advocating globally for UXO clearance and victim support.
Imagine this huge. Wow. Look at this sculpture. So it's made from 500 kilograms of UXO, which is a unexploded ordnance. Oh, look at this, bro. Look at this. This whole freaking sampan, no? And that states a boat made from B-52 fuel tanks.
Boat made from the fuel tanks.
As you may or may not know, Laos was like one of the most heavily bombed places in the world, and nobody's talking about it because, of course, the people who were bombing them were the United States, and the most bombed places are the rural areas where they are near the border to Vietnam, because obviously this also occurred during the Vietnam War. Now that the war is over, how long ago? 40 years ago. But the mad thing is, the land has not been cleared. There are still UXOs that exist and unexploded. And there are like tens of thousands, I'm not exaggerating, tens of thousands that has been killed or injured due to these UXOs that are still here. From this center, I really encourage people to come here, and it breaks down to you easily about the history, but what is more important right now, the problems that they are still facing. So we pray that everything will be cleared, soon, because this has been happening like for decades. So yeah, this place is free of charge, but of course they sell clothing, handcrafts, and all that stuff. And the ones that are making it apparently are the amputees, the people who were affected and injured by this unfortunate UXO situation that is happening over here. What the fuck is USA doing? Why does America always create, shithousery? Greatest country in the world, my ass. Okay, so we have come to the Mines Advisory Group. This is in the touristic area, so if you don't have time to go to the COOP center, you can always come here. The visiting hours are 10 to 12 and 1 to 6.
The Mines Advisory Group, also known as MAG, is a UK-based humanitarian organization dedicated to removing landmines, exploded ordnance in post-conflict areas. Since 1994, MEC has operated in Laos, one of the most heavily bombed countries per capita, due to the extensive US bombing campaigns during the Vietnamese War. This organization has cleared over 136 square kilometers of land and destroyed more than 340,000 items of UXO, significantly reducing risk to local communities. The organization also conducts educational sessions to teach communities, especially children, how to recognize and avoid dangerous ordnance. These efforts have been instrumental in making land safe for agriculture, infrastructure development, and daily activities. MEC also employs over 1,200 staff in Laos, with a focus of hiring local personnel, including women, to foster sustainable development, thereby contributing to the socio-economic development of Laos. The organization's work continues to be supported by international donors and local authorities, aiming to achieve a UXO-free Laos in the future.
Bro, they have a full-on wall where people can write messages, and some of these messages are mad. All over the world, international. So there it is, the MEG, which is a Mines Advisory Group. So you can go there, it's free, but just like Cope, you can go there and give your donation or buy something that they offer. Let me show you what I bought. Let's borrow this guy's bike. Got the men them, the woman them, the girl them, who are risking their lives trying to clear the mines. The men them carrying the missile heavy. Yeah? This is also important. Yeah, she's teaching kids, because these kids from a young age they have to already learn about bombs, which is crazy. Same thing, the brother teaching the kids about, if you look closely you can see grenades, everything, telling them not to pick them up. The animal them, the elephant, which is helping out. Not only humans, but animals are helping out. One is only 20,000 kip, which is probably lesser than a US dollar. Hey brothers, we are ending this video over here in the, it's in the temple complex. Very beautiful, and my battery is just like 9% left, so that's why we are ending it here. Today will be the last day. I'll be flying off tomorrow morning. It's been a good time. Well, my thoughts on Laos, bro, this could be my second favorite country in Southeast Asia, slightly below Vietnam, but that is unfair because I've worked there, been there so many times, But yeah, Laos is my second favorite, like by far. It's good for people who want to chill. It is so quiet. You can hear Chinese tourists from a mile. That is how quiet this is. And sometimes it's embarrassing, to record myself speaking, as I don't want to be speaking too loud. The people here are so humble, honest. As you may know about my cell phone, about my phone situation. The things to do, where there are a lot. Okay, in Vientiane, not that much. There is history to be learned over here. You've got like organizations that you can go to, like Cope and MEC. They are doing great work, helping the people in need. So yeah, it's a humbling place. As it also has great nature. If you're a fan of hiking, if you like to do crazy activities, paragliding, hot air balloon, you can see it in Van Vieng. Luang Prabang offers beautiful waterfalls, all of that stuff. If you're a fan of You know, I'm a Muslim, so I can't eat a lot of crazy stuff. But if you're a fan of gastronomy, here they have their own gastronomy. You know, maybe it's a bit similar to Thai food or the Isan food. I've seen live thick worms. I've seen rats being sold. So, you know, if you're an adventurous one, this is the place to be. Very safe. In fact, this is super safe. You know, this place is super safe. You know, it's not like Vietnam or Cambodia or Indonesia, where in the capital cities you kind of, you know, have to be aware of pickpockets. Here it's a little bit more chill, you know. And even Malaysia, even Kuala Lumpur is dodgy at night, you know. So this is a great place economically, value for money. Great place to travel. The transportation system from city to city is very efficient. From Vientiane to Luang Prabang, south to north, 2 hours plus. You know, you can even go to China if you want. If you were to ask me, I would recommend, inshallah, if I have the chance, I would return, because this is a class place. Anyways, it's been a good trip. It's time for me to go, and hopefully we'll see you guys on another trip and another place, inshallah, God willing.